Welcome back to the WatchTower Film Podcast, the film review podcast on the Towercast Network.
Oh boy.
By Cinephiles, for Cinephiles. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year. If you didn't catch our New Year episode for When Harry Met Sally and The Sadness attached to it, go check that out.
Yes.
But we're kicking off a new year with a bloody request month. I tried to sound British there, but I didn't.
Man, I don't. That was a good segue. Like,
Send it.
A sad New Year's with a bloody request month. Like, I don't think those were the two that should
I don't make the rules, and I don't make the selections of the film.
Wow,
So,
okay.
no.
It's bloody
We're
fan.
back. Thank you guys for joining us for another year of the
Happy
WatchTower Film Podcast.
2026.
Help us this year
Help us help you.
by subscribing, liking, commenting below. We're gearing up for something pretty special that we'll announce when it's ready. So
Can you tell me right now?
Really use your help in our subscribe count because it's going to help for that thing that
Yes.
we're going to
Oh,
announce
yeah.
later.
So do it right now.
So go just hit
Yes,
subscribe
please.
on YouTube, on Spotify. But we've got, I told you guys in the last episode, we got a bunch of like Spotify numbers. Thank you guys for that. Please keep that going and keep subscribing on Spotify.
Absolutely.
Crazy amounts. And we're in the top 25% of film podcasts of all of
look at
Spotify,
that.
which is pretty cool. So thank you guys for that. It's awesome. So let's keep that going.
Yeah.
I want to introduce everybody in the room. Mr. Michael Lalaw offering a cinematography perspective.
They thought they could keep me down.
But you got new shoes.
No, these are the same old ones.
I know,
right now.
but you know.
Oh, they'll be on the next episode.
I hope so.
For sure.
The Wigglefoot.
The Wigglefoots.
Be known.
Move your big toe. That's what I say every time I step in them.
Wiggle it.
Come on.
Mr. Jean-Eric Castro offering an acting perspective.
Certified badass.
Oh, shit,
Ooh.
son. Do you drive a pussy wagon also? Mr. Ricky Rodriguez, Googling the Googlers for
Anybody here
everybody.
know Ricky
NFL
Tan?
writer-director giving us his perspective on this film and others.
I love you, man.
I'll always love his hat. I
love
always
his
think he's
style
going to
right
go
now, dude.
golfing after this, you know?
I know.
It sounds like a Brooklyn
Into the mic, Rick.
Into the mic
poker
here.
guy.
Were you an extra in Marty
No.
Supreme by any chance?
I tried. Lost out.
Dang.
Miss Megan Tovar,
Megafi Tovar.
who picked this film,
Yeah.
essentially. In case you don't know, this is
Meg.
request month on the WatchTower Film Podcast. And,
Yes, it is.
And Meg requested this film. Meg is still very happily and continuously doing content for us, and she will be into the new year, and we're getting into a good wave. So expect some more great content from the great Meg Tovar.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yay.
Mr. who you can't see on camera, Mr. Austin T. Young is in the room producing the pod, offering a
Show me
producing and
something.
editing perspective.
Show me
He's off
something.
camera, but he's here. And I'm your humble film servant, Carlos M. de la Torre, offering a
Yeah,
writing
he is.
perspective.
You get one
Humbler than
clap.
ever
One
this
clap.
new year. Just one, because that's a humble clap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're back. We're here to talk about Ridden Tarantino's
Yeah. That makes me so happy.
Quentin Tarantino. What was it?
It was written Tarant. Oh no.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quinted and Tarantined by Ridden Tarantino.
Yeah. We're here to talk about Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. Not really the whole bloody affair, but we're
mean,
here to talk about both
basically.
volumes. Yeah, basically.
Which I don't agree with. I think
How
they're two
much-
separate
Yeah?
films. Very
How much
different films.
extra footage did they add in?
I don't think they added a ton. I mean, it was always meant to be one film, and the studio kind of just said, nah.
Oh, really?
Wasn't the favorite the famous Harvey Weinstein that kind
Harvey
of
Weinstein
suggested it?
was the one. He was the. They tested the first one, and he famously was like, "Don't even pass out the cards because it got a standing ovation in the test
Really?
screenings." So you know, as the cash cow that he once had, well, he's gonna milk it. So Kill Bill was meant to be one long 4.5 hour picture. That's how Quentin wanted it, and then they told him no. So. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 we're here to talk about, and we'll touch a little bit about the lost episode 2, Yuki's Revenge.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. You know, if you're not a Fortniter, tough shit.
Probably don't know.
But you can go on YouTube and find
Go
Yuki's
play
Revenge.
some Mario, you
That was
fucker.
fun. I'm surprised that on IMDb it has a 5.3 rating.
Yeah.
Like God,
I don't know,
think
have
it's
enough people
because
seen
a
it?
lot of
This is 1,000 reviews. yeah.
It's probably also because of all the Fortnite references. Like, I mean, I think that really kills it for.
Well, it's 20 years.
Fuck you, your opinion.
Fuck your opinion. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's all the Fortniters probably doing some shit.
Yeah, no, because I mean that's part makes it goofy, but I mean when you look at like the movies and the
Yeah.
tonality. Like, it was a lot of fun. Yuki's
Yeah.
Revenge is super fun, but we'll get more into it.
We'll
right
get
now.
more into it. We're here to talk about the fourth film by Quentin Tarantino.
We should also mention that this is, and I know you said it, but much like the movie, we're going to re-say every opinion every 5 times.
We're going to give as much exposition as we possibly can
Yeah.
on the podcast.
No, but this is to kick off our request month.
Yep.
Obviously, this is the first one in the request month, but do you kind of want to give the preview of what's coming?
So I'll note that we've had a list for the past couple years of like request films, and we're trying to do request months every few months. Last year we did auteur kind of series, and that ate up half of the year, which was great. We don't regret it in the slightest. We covered some great films, but this year we want to lean back, have some free picks like we used to, and just kind of open up the world a little bit. So January traditionally is always our request month. So Meg kicked us off with picking Kill Bill. We're going to talk about Amarte Duele, which is Sandra. Shout out to my lovely wife. She picked that
Yay.
film. Some Mexican cinema. We're going to get into Speed Racer. The great Grizz will be joining us on the pod this month.
Grizz, man.
Heck yeah.
And Up in the Air. I believe John Gunn, if I'm not mistaken, shout out to John Gunn, requested Up in the Air once upon a time. I've wanted to talk about that film forever, so
Yes,
we
you have.
finally picked it out of the hat.
Who directed that one?
Jason Reitman.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Reitman. It's one of Jason Reitman's best, honestly. I think it's the thing he did right after Juno, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
And yeah, terrific picture. It's incredible. So excited to talk about that. I think that's the last one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then we don't care about requests after that.
No, definitely not. We get into Oscar month.
Yay!
Some Oscar picks, our
Yeah.
Oscar picks of our respective categories,
We're
and
kicking
then
off the new podcast year.
our live stream of the conversation of the Oscars as we do every year. So stay tuned for all of that. We got some exciting stuff coming up. It's important to note as we kick off the year that we're leading up and building up to our 200th episode of the podcast. And that's going to be very exciting. Sometime in the summer, we'll do our 200th episode. We're going to do something really special for that. Stay tuned. We'll let you guys know what that is. But in the meantime, help us hype this shit up. Tell your cinephile friends about this.
Yes.
Like I said before, I'll say it again. I've had almost more general audience members message us being like, I love your podcast. It like gives me news perspective and all this stuff. And we love that. So this is just for anybody who loves movies. Just please help us subscribe. Kill Bill, ladies and gentlemen. I brought my steelbooks.
Those are pretty cool.
Of course you did.
I did. We hadn't done the whole physical media thing in a while. I was like, I'm gonna try to kick that off again and bring the physical media to the table.
You should make your New Year's resolution be that every episode you need to bring the Steelbook. I don't care what film we're covering. Like Up in the Air, it better be the Steelbook. Speed Racer, it better be the like Steelbook that looks like the race car.
They might exist. They might not. We'll find out.
Next episode.
So, Kill Bill. I'll kick this off by saying I'm going to pass it over to Meg to kind of tell us who she wants to go first.
Also,
and
why she picked it.
And why she picked it.
Why you picked this one?
Fun fact, the famous yellow suit is because of Bruce Lee. The last Bruce Lee film he ever did before he died,
Was Kill Bill?
he wore this suit.
Was it
I think it was called the
just the
Searchers?
Dragon? Something dragon?
death
Jergens?
of something or
Yeah.
something.
It's the
like
one where he fights
dragon.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Oh, dude, that was
Kareem.
sad,
Was it
though.
Kareem?
Yeah.
Very possibly.
He fights Kareem.
The Game of Death.
Game of Threat. Death.
1978. He wears the same outfit, essentially.
Wow.
Can you check if that's the one with Kareem?
Kareem! It's very possible. There's the suit.
That's crazy.
I don't think Kareem's in this. Oh, he is. There he is.
Hey,
Archive.
I know my films.
it almost got the same rating as the Revenge of Yuki.
Poor guy. He died after that. He died under suspicious circumstances. You know that conspiracy? It's a pretty cool conspiracy.
Never heard of it.
Bruce Lee. He died. They found him dead in the apartment of his mistress, essentially.
Really?
And claimed he had a heart attack or some shit.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Kid, he had a weird
No,
diet.
like a heart attack or got but they think he got poisoned.
He would
or
throw
some
like a
shit.
steak inside of a
blender.
blender and would just
A
drink it.
raw steak? Fuck that. He died of
He had a
parasites.
weird diet. Yeah, he had a weird diet.
It's awful.
Sad.
Anyways, I'll kick this off by saying Kill Bill was one of those things we were talking off air, and we were talking about how like I don't know, has it been as we famously like to say on this podcast, Walter Mitty? Because when you grow up watching Kill Bill was one of my favorites. I own the steelbooks. Like it was so stylized, and there was a lot of creative things into it, and I always loved how creative Tarantino got on this one. And then, rewatching them for this episode, I'm
As
like,
matured cinephiles.
interesting.
As fucking assholes.
Interesting. So let us know what you think, Meg. Why Kill Bill? That you've said out loud
You sure
that this is like one of your favorites.
Yes, because I was like 10 and I saw this in Telemundo.
That's the only way to watch
You know,
it.
they're speaking Japanese. They're like, I'm gonna beat your, te voy a pegar en la cola. Y de que, órale, chido,
That's how you
chido,
watched it?
chido. So when I saw it, I was just like, why is it in black and white? And then it turned into colors like, everyone's getting murdered. Okay, slay. But here's the thing. I've never seen the second one. I've only saw the ending of the first. And I was like, and then what happens? It's
Oh
like,
man, and the first one like ends like with the ultimate
crazy
cliffhanger
Yes.
of like,
Wig
does
off.
she know that the baby's still around? Like dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended
Yeah.
like that, and I was like,
was great.
I felt like I was watching Woody. Have you seen the second one? There's like, and Woody will be coming back with his adventures, and they're like, what happened? They
It
canceled
got
the
canceled,
show.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I felt.
Woody's Roundup.
But yeah, I don't know. I saw the second one. I just saw the second one right now. We just like streamed it, and I was like, I don't know.
Oh, really?
So it
I will say this.
why
I don't know
they
if you
cut it into
guys,
two
you guys
films.
think I'm crazy or you guys disagree. Okay, it's important to note we respect the director's choices here. He claims this is one film. This is one long film.
Yeah,
Okay.
cheater.
Well, you could claim anything. It's not.
and then we're just gonna throw that out there. So if this is one film,
I mean, it's 2 films.
but volume 2, or let's call it, I don't know, act 3 and on, the last half, the volume 2, I think is a better film. I do think it's a better
Okay.
film.
The second
Okay.
part?
Tarantino's went on to say this. Tarantino's went on to say that the first volume 1 he always intended it to be this 1970s kung fu flick.
100%.
He brought in the RZA to consult on this, just to give him sounds and shit for the first one. But he always deemed the second one a western, and I think that's the difference that tickled my fancy a little bit more. But I think it's just because it's so focused on the one person. It's not going through the minor bosses to get to the boss. It's the whole story of why she wants to kill this motherfucker. And I don't know. There's more to it. So I've always deemed Volume 2 the better one. No,
Yeah, because there was a lot of dialogue, like how
it.
Bill was
That's all
like
him.
Superman, and I was like, oh, dude, just kill her already.
but that
or
monologue was
attack.
cool.
It's good, though.
I actually kind of like
It's
that
for a
monologue.
reason. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that
because
monologue.
after she said after he said that like, oh, you're like Superman, but you'll always wake up and be that same murderer. I'm like,
It's cool. The
Damn.
Beatrix
And
Kiddo
it-
thing is cool. But by the time you get there, you're like, dude, get with the fucking
I
program.
will
Yeah.
say this. I think the reason also a lot of people like the first one over the second one. Now, I mean, this is my first time screening both, but the fact that the first one's so action packed, and not to say that
Yeah.
the second one isn't, but the second one's like, we're gonna have to tie a bow on the story. And I mean, it opens up with her driving and saying like, "This is my last drive to kill the
Yeah.
man," and all that kind of stuff.
It starts out noir-y in that
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Sure,
To
sure.
Kill Bill, I was
Not
like,
just the
rap-
black and
rap
white
the
thing,
credits.
but the talking to the camera,
She said it.
saying,
rap
Absolutely.
credits.
I'll say this. How about you pick who goes, you tell us.
My rating?
Well, tell us your rating. Or if you want to go last, it's up to you. You pick who goes first. Everybody, when you give your ratings, say which one you prefer, Volume 1 or Volume 2.
Yeah.
I prefer Volume 1. 9.9.
9.9 for the whole film?
Dude, it
I mean,
just,
she picked
like
it.
I
Whoa.
sit down and I'm like, oh, this is great. I just screened the second one and I'm like, oh god.
So the
This
second
is-
one just knocks off 0.1% for you?
yeah.
No,
I
come
was
on.
like,
or
so
point
much
get to it.
dialogue. Hey, get to the point. Either stab each other, or like the daughter
each
sees
other.
this. No, make it so tragic. But I was just like,
Well, it's also
Yeah,
important to
okay.
note this is Francis' favorite film.
Francis
Yeah.
did say, Francis was like,
Where you at,
Kill Bill's
Francis?
one of, she couldn't make today, but
Francis Ford
she was
Coppola.
like, one of my favorite films is Kill Bill. And I remember screening this for Sandra, I think during the pandemic. She had never seen it before. And she loved it. And there's that women empowerment thing going on and throughout this
100%.
whole
and you know what makes it so
themes.
much better is like she's not like she doesn't have power. Like, oh, I'm powerful and I can beat anyone. I was like, no,
She
gets
becomes
beaten
human.
up.
Yeah.
She picks herself up and starts killing people again. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
yeah,
the
that's
main-
pretty cool.
So 9.9.
One. Volume 2, I'm just like 8.
Wait. We're giving a
Yeah,
rating
whoa,
for
whoa.
the
All of
whole
Kill Bill.
All
All
of
of
Kill Bill.
Kill
Yeah,
Bill?
yeah.
Then
Your average, if you will, of the
Okay.
For
two.
the whole bloody affair.
I'll give it a 9.4.
9.4 for Kill Bill.
Because
Okay.
I would have to do a rewatch of the volume 2 because I'd be like, okay, yeah. So,
Okay. You get to choose who goes next.
Castro.
Do you want it to just?
This guy.
Yeah,
over
let's
here.
go around like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the first one more, but I guess the second one has like a nice little bow tie to it. So overall, I'll probably give it a 9.2.
9-2.
Yeah, just
Wow.
The first one really does pay homage to the whole
Kung Fu.
comic books.
I've always liked the Pei Mei thing too. Like if you're gonna put that in the Kung Fu movie, you put it in the first one, but this one's in the second one. The Pai Mei, the
The
beardy, the white beardy dude,
the guy with this always
the abbot.
yeah. I like the acting. I mean, obviously Uma just carries the film. I mean, I'm going to talk about it later, but the physicality of this thing is just insane. I know that she got into a car crash.
She did. We could talk about that.
Was
It's
that, like,
crazy situation?
early in the filming or like
No.
So
Towards
how
the
did she
end.
get through it? Like
Towards the end. Well, it was towards the end of filming.
Okay.
But to my knowledge, she got basically they weren't supposed to film a scene with her driving in it, so they didn't get a stunt double that day.
Shit.
So they were like, "Well, we didn't get a stunt double," and Quentin was like, "Come on, you should do it. It'll be okay."
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be. She didn't feel secure about it because it was a dirt road, and she's okay, but if it's a straight shot, fine. But there was an unexpected turn.
With a tree there, no?
That she wasn't aware about, but she was already going too fast. She didn't know that the turn was coming up, and she just. I mean, think about it. You're not just driving the car. You're driving the car with a fucking camera rig in your face and surrounding you, and all sorts of shit going on.
So it's everything you think, the turn.
And you're acting ultimately, right? You're
Yeah.
in the fucking zone, so you shouldn't have to think about those things. But yeah, they got into the situation, and it wasn't until I think it was 2018 or something like that she came out with it. She posted the video on her Instagram and was like, "I just want everybody to know." And it was amidst the whole Me Too movie. It was amidst Harvey Weinstein getting arrested, and so that's where she felt like she could finally talk about this because Harvey Weinstein wouldn't release the footage. It wasn't Tarantino's decision, although Tarantino was kind of being an asshole about it because he didn't want to get in trouble.
Asshole.
He kind of, I wouldn't say supported, but he wasn't helpful to Uma to get the footage. He probably could have strong-armed Harvey, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And that until he got arrested, until Miramax really, really kind of got taken out from under him, she was able to get the footage and post it. And she says she talked to Quentin and did it in support. Quentin was like, "I support you if you want to post this, if you want to tell the whole story, I support you. You do what you need to do." And they were estranged after that. Like after filming Kill Bill, they stopped talking to each other because of this incident and shit like that.
So,
But yeah,
she got into a car crash during the shoot. Like,
yeah. The scene is like when she's driving to the last hacienda, basically the last scene. The when she talks to his mentor in Mexico and then drives to his hacienda to meet.
and I'm
the
trying to
kid.
place it where she has to go fast. She never goes fast in the film.
No, I mean, it
they
doesn't
always
look
show
fast.
it. Anytime a car like pops up, they always try to make it look like it's extra fast going to wherever it's going. Like,
But from what I remember, she's just driving straight, talking to the camera.
Yeah, well, no, that's the beginning of the film, right? But the actual part, and you can see it in the footage, the camera's behind her.
Right.
And she's just driving. You just see her driving in the desert road. And
if you're able to find that, Rick, I'd appreciate
yeah,
it.
you can find it. I'm sure it's on YouTube or anywhere. But yeah, it was pretty bad. She got a concussion. I think she had like 2 broken ribs or something crazy like that.
Were they at the end of the shooting, or was it like
towards the end of shooting? That's what I'm saying. That they were like after that they kind of stopped talking. Like, yeah, they got through the shoot essentially. There you go. This is like the actual raw footage. And,
That's crazy.
Yeah, they rolled camera. They did it, and she's driving like this essentially.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I'm trying to picture that.
And they might
part
have
of the
done a
film.
few takes, and maybe the take they used in the film wasn't this take where she's driving super fast.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I never see her going super fast.
Yeah, but she's got this turn, and then boom, starts kind of losing control of the car and sass.
Oh god!
And then you see Quentin right here.
You see Quentin. No, you see everybody like approaching the car like shit.
Oh man!
Well,
Yeah.
like it hurt, bro. Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
because it's like a classic car too. So
yeah, there's no safety,
no airbag, no nothing.
and clearly she wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
That's
or anything
true.
like
No
that,
airbag
so,
either.
AD start coming to the rescue and stuff like that.
that's
but yeah.
crazy. Oh
yeah,
my
so
god!
this is actually on the New York Times, like an op-ed on the New York Times.
Yeah, it has 1 million views, and it was 7 years ago.
7 years ago. Yeah, but she posted this on her Instagram. You could find it on her Instagram, and she tells the story of what happened and how Harvey tried to sweep it under the rug, and she tried to pursue legal action. There was a whole thing. But
because essentially, Quentin just said, "Just go and do it."
Yeah, he was like, "Come on, it'll look cool." You know, that's Quentin. He's like, "Yeah, come on, you could do this, and it'll look cool, and it'll be fine." And
Wow,
and
that's
you know, it'll
insane.
be safe or whatever. And she was like, "Dude, no."
She's
like,
smiling though.
yeah. I mean, you know, at first glance,
Trying-
Yeah,
Yeah, but
because
once
I mean, like
trying to
just
play it off.
adrenaline and everything. But I mean,
but
yeah,
she
concussions
was
at all.
telling him like it's a dirt road. I don't feel safe. And he's like, "It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You should do it. It's gonna look cool, and then it'll be better. It's you, and we don't have to get the stunt double. We don't have to call anybody and shit." And you know, she had a stunt double for the whole film. It's Zoe Bell.
well, yeah, the stunt double that was in the animated thing,
Yeah,
right?
she's been her stunt double forever. I mean, to the point she's worked so closely with Uma and Quentin that she went on to have a speaking role in Death Proof, where she does her own stunts. That's the blonde, right?
Yeah.
And she also has a speaking role in The Hateful Eight. Like they're collaborators. She's been her you know.
Yeah, that
Zoe
was
Bell has
insane.
been the one. So like it's just strange to not just have Zoe Bell there all the time.
Yeah.
Or call her and say, "Hey, we need you to come in for this fucking stunt," you know?
Look.
That's incredible.
So it's
Oh my
just
God.
crazy. So anyways, yes, you're right. I mean that was a crazy situation.
Yeah,
I guess because of all the physicality and everything, that's why you're giving it a 9.2.
I'm giving it up to a 9.2. Yeah, because I know she has a stunt double, but still, you still have to do a lot of like
Certain things.
certain things, right? But what I'm fascinated is how they kind of like put into volume 1 and volume 2. And to me, it's like the
I think
first
that's just
one.
a studio decision. It's the equivalent of like if you're a Harry Potter fan, you know that the last book, The Deathly Hallows, is one book. But they split it into 2 films. And they've been doing that ever since. You know, Hollywood and studios are like, well, how can we milk this?
Well, I'm torn in between calling it one film and 2 films.
Ah.
And the first one, it does feel like a different film because she doesn't talk a lot, whereas in the second one, there's a lot of dialogue.
Sure.
You see more of her emotions in the second one.
I do think this feels like the whole film that was written out on the script when
The original script was like 250 pages long.
Yeah, like this feels like, oh, there's the full script, but then usually what happens with those films is that they'll say, okay, well, we're gonna have to cut out X amount of scenes just to make this a 2.5 hour movie instead of a 4 hour movie, you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And like I feel like that's maybe where they feel like different films because normally we're not used to seeing so much of the fat that's there. They usually cut it to where it feels more concise. Plus, I feel like if they had made it one film, they could have switched certain scenes around
Yeah.
to like add flashbacks to the very beginning of the first one. But knowing that they weren't going to do that it was going to be released as 2 films, it kept more of the like action kung fu movie aesthetic there, and then thought, okay, for the second one, that's where we can kind of sprinkle in all that
Yeah.
backstory
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like,
So do you agree that it should have been cut into 2? I think it's just a really long movie that would have worked.
I'm curious
4.5
to see.
hour?
I'm curious to see
We've seen
if
3.5.
I don't think the Bloody Affair did it. I'm pretty sure the Bloody Affair just kind of like combined the 2 and maybe added some bonus scenes.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that if the original cut was there and they just said, let's just go for it, they probably would have interlaced the scenes better. Because to me, this
Yeah.
feels like it's made into 2 films because of the edit, not because of the script. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
I mean, I don't know. Is this one of those things that if this were proposed in nowadays, maybe this would have been proposed as a miniseries. You
Yeah.
know? And it might have
No.
worked as a miniseries.
No. I can see with the style and everything. I think it works well as a film, and I mean, I think we can talk about it as one big film.
Yeah.
My rating's going to reflect that right now. But
I
I'm leaning
would say
towards
that
one
like
film.
if you've seen The Hateful Eight, for instance, The Hateful Eight has a much different style. It's kind of reversed. The first half of The Hateful Eight before the intermission is dialogue, it's setup, it's, you know, but the second half is all action and shooting and crazy shit. So maybe that's what this is, you know, maybe the intermission is the cut between 2 films. I'm sure the whole
I've
Bloody
heard that
Affair.
one. Yeah.
I'm sure the whole Bloody Affair has an intermission. Let's just put it that way.
But yeah, I'm more gravitated to the first one. It's just the kung fu, the paying homage. Not so much that it's paying homage like to the form of like it's a parody.
Yeah.
Hell no, it stays away from that, and I think it's one of Quentin Tarantino's best, 100%.
All right.
9.2. I do. I mean, obviously, Once Upon a Time's great, but this one's just such a different vibe.
I just think it grew. I think he grew. I think he's grown up a little bit more. All right.
Go for it.
Carlos, why do you look like you're in the back room with a cigarette, like prepping to give your answer?
This guy just said one of his best.
I don't disagree. I think this is like a director having his playroom, you know, a director having all the resources in the world to do something cool.
Let me add this. I haven't seen Quentin doing this again, and that's why I probably think
Like having this much fun.
or paying homage to like the kung fu. I know he does that a lot for all his films, but this one was just like
No, you're right. I think
It was
this
like
is
a
this is
comic
the
book
only
type.
film he does that for. Kung Fu?
Even the whole like fact that in the first movie there's a anime sequence that happens. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Rick pulled up the rankings from IMDb on what people deem his best film. And Kill Bill is one of them. Right? Yeah, Kill
That's
Bill.
why I
Love
say
the
it's
Affair.
one of his
Pulp
best because
Fiction.
he hasn't done something like this. So it's probably
Yeah.
like he mastered that, or he kind of like completed his love story for it, I guess.
I figure that he maybe sobered up after the Uma Thurman accident happened.
Probably.
And he said, we're not going that crazy anymore.
no, but then after this he did Death Proof. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still-
with
it's
stunt
still-
doubles, you know?
Yeah, true.
He didn't ask Uma to come back and do some shit.
He wouldn't have come back.
Yeah.
But I will add that this one felt a lot different than his, I guess, his genre.
Yeah.
Kind of
Alright.
like that. I kind of like that.
Cool. 9.2. 9.2 or 9.4?
9.2.
All right.
Come
All
on,
right.
Look,
You're
man.
talking to a lot
come back. Look,
of
this is the
college
last
students
time
right
we
now.
talked about a Tarantino fucking film was Death Proof, I think, with Grizz. And Grizz didn't speak to me for months after that. It's just, I'm at a 7.4.
Ooh,
I'm at a 7.4 for Kill
Dang.
Bill. I
But he
like,
has the physical media. Okay.
generous.
but we were talking about that. We were talking about how when you're the film school student watching some shit and you're like, "Whoa, this is great," and then we've watched so many great films since then. Like we've
You think
developed
you
our
can
palette.
choreograph a fight scene
There's
five
no,
times?
Quentin didn't
it's-
choreograph shit, son. He hired somebody to choreograph some shit.
And also,
Can you
it's
film something like that?
it's a different style. Like, I mean, action films are their own style, and they have their props. I'm pretty sure when it comes to like, I'll get into my right now because I have gripes.
I'm at a 7.4
7.4.
because I think there's merit.
comment
I
how
think
wrong.
that, like I said, I'll never stop saying that this is Quentin's most stylized film. He chose specific stylistic choices and really, really committed to them. And didn't compromise. Didn't compromise on the blood. Didn't compromise on the choreography of the fighting scenes. On everything. He was very
Cinematography.
intentional. He was very intentional on how he was going about it. In fact, getting the cinematographer, getting Robert Richardson on this was a big task. Bob Richardson was an incredible fucking DP.
He killed it
He
on
did
this one.
Platoon, The Doors. He did fucking
Doors.
Inglourious Bastards, The Aviator. He's worked on everything Tarantino basically after Kill Bill.
Yeah.
And so he was Oliver Stone. He was Oliver Stone's DP.
Wow.
And so he's a damn good DP. You know, he's worked with Scorsese on Casino and Hugo and Shutter Island. I mean, good dude, good fucking DP. But Quentin had to convince him, and they've been working together ever since. You know, so Bob Richardson, needless to say, great DP. The DP work
So how
on
did
this
he
is very
fuck up on this
intentional.
one?
Who Bob Richardson? Bob didn't.
So how did you give him a 7.4 then?
I gave Quentin a 7.4 on
Okay,
this
so
one
how did
because
he fuck up hiring somebody like that?
because it's the equivalent of saying, look, let me put it to you this way: when Quentin did Death Proof, it bombed. He hated every aspect of how people received that picture because I'm sure he thought to himself, well, everything I did in Kill Bill worked out. That was a smash hit. I used these shitty kung fu movies to inspire what I'm going to do in this one, and when that worked out, so I'm going to use these shitty grindhouse films to inspire this, and it didn't work out, and they thought, oh, I don't want to make any more stinkers like that.
And now he doesn't want to consider it one of his films.
No,
like
he
wants-
doesn't. Not in his filmography, and I think that's A, unfair, and B, you made your choices. You're gonna lie in your bed, and
Yeah.
it was from Kill Bill that the meme, if you will, that the jokes started happening of like, oh, Quentin steals from everybody. It's from Kill Bill that dude. Everybody thinks the song. All of the famous songs from Kill Bill come from Kill Bill. They don't. They come from 1970s kung fu films.
But he just used them the right way.
That thing came out from what's his name? Q.
We all do that. And I like that song from '69. All right, let me put it on.
I'll never say it's wrong to steal, quote unquote, to emulate, if you will.
Emulate, yeah.
But My dude went
50
ham. My dude
references.
said, "That's fucking cool. We're gonna do it again." Look, at the end of the day, I think Quentin
That's not fair.
is the king of cool.
Yeah.
He'll be the king of cool for a long time, and
culture.
Kill Bill cemented him as the king of cool. Is it cinema of high substance? No, I don't think so. I think Kill Bill was an experiment. It was a playground to have fun. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this.
Homage, Carlos.
No.
But here's the thing, like,
Look at this. Look at this.
It's homage. Come on, dude. You're not gonna steal something from Martin Scorsese in one of your movies?
I could
No,
never.
no,
I
there's-
could never, and that's the point. I don't deem myself cocky enough to think I can do that better than Marty.
You don't think he would respect you trying? That's
Fuck no.
What do you
Marty?
mean? What
No,
do you
you'd
mean?
laugh at me.
No, it's all respect.
you know, there's
7-4.
Wrong.
7-4.
You're at 7-4.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
I was already kind of flirting with like a mid to low 7.
Hey man, y'all gotta stop fucking.
No, I'm just saying, like, I completely agree with Carlos.
Nah.
No. Like, take it this way. Whenever
Wait
you
till
watch
you get
like
to Ricky.
like, if you ever watch like student films or people who are just getting into it, no, hear me out. And you see these
Kill Bill. I can
glimmers.
understand Reservoir Dogs.
No, you see these glimmers
Reservoir
of
Dogs
like.
was a better film.
Your mom is a better film.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No, I just feel like when you see these glimmers of good filmmaking, but you realize like, oh, the glimmer came from the fact that you're referencing a good film.
No, please don't go there.
No,
we
no.
all do that. Everybody. Star Wars
but
did it.
There's a difference. There's a difference because
No.
the fact that there's references.
I'm getting mad.
No, you're allowed to get mad. You're allowed to feel feelings.
Go for it,
but,
go for it.
Tarantino, just to piggyback off your point before you move on, Tarantino gave Uma Thurman 3 films to screen. Can you pull those 3 films up, Rick? He gave her 3 films to screen, and he gave Bob Richardson a list of 100 films to emulate, dude. 100 films.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
No, and I just feel like, again, it's cool to pay homage, right?
Homage.
It's cool to homogenize whatever you just said.
It was the Pam Grier one. It was the one he did. It was Jackie Brown. It was Fistful of Dollars, Sergio Leone.
Okay, yes, I could see a lot
And
of
there
that.
was one more. I forget the third one.
So then, you're telling me
I'm just saying
you're not gonna put
it's-
something
no,
Wes
no.
Anderson?
The biggest thing is that it's good to pay homage, but when the best shots of your film are all the homage, like
So you're
The best, not even just the best shots, the best moments.
yeah, the
best
moments.
moments of your film.
and that's the real issue. The real issue is
that's
the
not-
fact that
How can that even be an issue?
John Woo's the killer. It was John Woo's the killer. Coffee.
John Gone. Anybody who's out there, please
no,
comment.
because
Please comment.
No,
Fistful of
because
Dollars.
the thing is,
We all do
you're
it.
gonna say, "Oh man, that's so cool," but then it's like, "Oh, but it's just meant to be a reference to something else."
So you could go and check out that film.
No, and then when
So
you go
you're
check out
actually
that
helping
film, you're like, oh man, but they're paying homage to nothing because they created it. They're creating cinema. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
That's how rap music.
we
country music,
rate
they
films
all-
highly when a director is able to everybody steals and everybody pays homage, but you
When they get more credit
you
than the
have your
original
own
one,
voice.
that's when you hate on it?
Okay.
That's why you hate on it?
Castro, check this out. Check this out. This is a quote from your God, okay? I steal from every single movie ever made. If people don't like that, then tough tills. Don't go and see it. All right? I steal from everything. Great artists steal. They don't do homages.
Quentin
He ain't paying
Tarantino.
homage. This motherfucker's straight up saying,
No.
suck my dick, son.
No, stealing would be getting the same actors.
He said it, not me.
No,
Okay?
because he's doing the same shot, and that's the thing. Like, I mean,
So
it's-
now the guy that did that shot is just
no,
that's
no,
the
when-
only-
when
you
you-
can never take
people
that shot
trash George Lucas for stealing fucking every shot of Star
Yes.
Wars. Yes, but you don't trash Tarantino when he does it.
No, no, I'm not trashing Star Wars either.
Let me put it to you this way. This is me. My perspective as a
Yeah, and
director.
only you.
My perspective. Yes, my perspective as a director. What I've learned from my
Yes.
heroes, i.e., Scorsese, is I'm not trying to emulate the shot. I'm trying to emulate what the shot made you feel.
Exactly.
I'm trying to emulate why do I feel uneasy in this particular moment because the frame is shifted. Why do I feel? Why does it matter? What's the intentionality behind that? If I can emulate what that made me feel, then I'll use it.
Yeah.
But if he's just doing it, well, this is cool here, and
Well,
this
that's
is
for
cool
you.
here, and this is cool.
Because you
I
probably
know.
didn't feel the same way than other people did.
I'm just
No,
saying.
but
I'm from the Michael and Kobe
he's not
era,
creating.
alright? You try to emulate the best, you try to be the best, and if you didn't, at least you try to do the best.
The thing is, he's not creating his own style. He's just constantly taking from other good styles.
What do you mean? Because
No,
you didn't
but
feel the
it's
same way.
Like
Look at that,
maybe
look
he's
at that, look at
adding
that.
his own flair.
Look at
Sure,
that. That's homage.
That's he just took
admitted
the
it's not
cool
homage.
thing from somewhere else.
Oh, look from the opening, from the
But even like when you look at stuff like this, you're like, I'll say this. Let's look at him and Edgar Wright, right?
Hold on. Okay, before that, why do you think people pay homage?
Because
it's a
they
steal?
respect
because they
it.
were inspired by
They're
it. They
inspired
respect
by
it.
them.
So why can you accept that from Quentin?
Because
he's not.
this is the equivalent of the kid who like cuts out all the cool pictures from magazines and tapes it on a book.
No.
Like
No. He cuts them off
Dude,
and then he does it by himself, trying to emulate that.
Tarantino's scrapbooking.
Very different from
he's
copying.
Tarantino's
filmmaker
scrapbooking.
scrapbooking.
He's scrapbooking cinema.
Everybody is.
Let me put it to you this
Look,
way.
even the way he does the kills and everything.
That's
like,
awesome. Look, it's not even exactly the same. It's
They
just,
are
it's
exactly the same.
It's getting the
There's no
same
difference.
emotion.
My brother,
That's talking about.
my brother and I were talking over the.
Look,
over
it's not the same.
Same frame,
It's the same
everything.
emotion.
No,
The
but
window
it's
and everything.
my brother. Hold on.
Quentin
My
Tarantino.
brother and I were talking about the conversation of what Gus Van Sant did for Psycho,
homage.
right?
Uh-huh.
He did a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho. Gus Van Sant.
Yeah.
And he got trashed for it, dude.
Because that was shot for shot. That's bad. No, bro. You can't say that like that.
no, he's
That's
just
very different.
You don't have to
taking
say it. It's
all
right
the-
there.
It's not shot for shot. It's paying homage to a couple of framings and
Couple of frames.
My
Ass pays homage to a couple of frames.
Look at the way. Look at it. No, and
You
the
mean he scrapbooked the whole movie, bro? Like, are you serious?
The whole
Damn.
movie is
Wait,
a scrapbook.
Slow down.
But it's a good movie.
We got one
Wait,
more
I
rating.
still am trying to finish my point
Well,
Go
good.
for
for the past hour. God, no, like
on loop, dude. Believe it, bro.
anyway. The reason I'm a 7.4, even though we glazed over that,
We
no,
didn't glaze over that. You were
Both
making
y'all.
your point about stealing shots.
Yes,
Y'all
no, I
glazing
just
each other.
very much in like what Carlos was saying. I think sure, he took. Oh my God, the Charlie Brown reference.
Come on, dude. That's not stealing. That's paying
That's just
homage.
funny.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
No, but like you're taking all your cool shots that you liked from somewhere else and
And
bringing them
music.
into your film
And music.
and then after doing all that and bringing it into your film, like sure, you just cohesively put together all the things you think are cool. But I mean, like
Okay, so who's policing this then?
No one. That's
No.
the point. That's the problem.
No, and the thing-
tastemakers aren't policing
The
this.
thing is, I was telling Rick about like drinks earlier, and I've told you about drinks like in the world of drinks, right? The best drink in the world is the drink you enjoy, right? If this is the movie you enjoy and you say I love every bit of it, that's wonderful. Like that's fine, but let's not call it the
An
best,
original drink.
the best original movie ever made because no, it's not.
It's not.
An original movie. It's a like
Give
it's
me
a
one-
thorough line of Uma Thurman needing to kill one dude and having to hunt down a bunch of people, but in the meantime, we're gonna make a bunch of cool shots to get us there.
There's a 1958
That's
film,
all
and I
homage,
forget
brother.
I forget what it's called,
That's
Rick.
a homage. That's
all
homage.
homage. right there.
There's a 1958 film. I forget the name of it. It's somewhere in there. You find it in the IMDb. It's a 1958 film of a bride who's getting killed by her husband, and the people who killed her husband were 5 assassins, and the bride is going to hunt the 5 assassins. It's not an original idea, dude. It just isn't.
Okay.
Okay,
What-
let me
what's
say
an
this. Let me
original
say
idea
this.
then?
No, there aren't very many.
there we go.
There aren't very many.
Checkmate.
I'll tell you that.
Game pointer.
Dude, it's
Mic
either
drop.
look,
Okay.
listen, most ideas are either the Bible or Joseph. What the fuck's his name?
Joseph Campbell.
Joseph Campbell's
Or
the
the
hero's
Wizard of
journey.
Oz.
No,
Yes.
but take
It's
it this
called-
way. If you look at somebody who's paying homage,
Bride assassins.
They're copying.
if you look
Murder
at
by
somebody who's homaging or whatever the fuck you're saying, if you look at somebody who's paying homage to a film, right, and look at their film, you'll respect that. But if you look at a person who says, "Oh, I'm paying homage to Quentin," you'll probably look at him like an idiot because they obviously
No, because there hasn't been enough time passed.
Yes, there has.
My
Even
God.
50 years from now, when Quentin's not
Buddy.
alive, people's gonna be trying to do this.
Buddy, okay, I'm just saying.
Like Orson
I
Welles
think
and all these other people.
Tarantino did, which is pretty ironic.
Come on. Come on, De La, how did you not-
Look at this.
Yeah,
look at
but
this.
it's copying.
Look at
It's
this.
copying
No,
off of
no, Lady Snowblood.
No, bro,
frame
'cause it's
per
the cool
frame.
shots, and he's like, "I'm gonna pay homage. I want this cool
What
shot."
the heck? Like,
You guys are so fucking.
Look,
No,
look.
man.
50 years from now, let's go there.
So
let's go
nobody
there
can
really
do
quick.
something on the snow like that.
Yeah, no, not
no,
really.
you can, but his whole film is that.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Let
his
me
whole-
just say this.
He got the
Let's-
most iconic moments from a million different films,
Which is
and
that's my
plugged
key
them
point.
into
That's
this
my
film
key point.
to
A
make
million.
a
It's not
singular
like he
movie.
copied one film. He's paying homage to a bunch of movies.
Dude, but look
Dude,
at this. He's
dude,
doing it
come
for
on.
everything.
Look,
Every
let me
single
just
thing.
throw this out there. If somebody's gonna pay homage to Quentin, right, as Bilal was saying, the interesting part of that is Quentin said, "I'm going to bar using technology, or techniques that weren't used in these eras.
Okay.
I want practical effects. I don't want CG. I don't want any of that, right?" So my argument was going to be, well, Quentin basically did those scenes with new technology. He didn't even do that. He just did the exact same thing. He pushed it forward in no way. Okay? That's one. Two, I remember thinking when I first saw these films, I was like, oh shit, that's fucking dope. You're gonna get the leader of the Wu-Tang Clan to make music for you?
Yeah.
Fucking dope. As we rewatched them, he didn't really make that much music. Most of the soundtrack for Volume 1,
Well,
which
you
is
guys
where
would
RZA
stop talking and watch the film.
which is where RZA is credited. It's soundtrack. Most of the music for Volume
Yeah.
1 is soundtrack. RZA maybe created a couple of hip hop beats for a couple of scenes. So throw that away. Volume 2, Robert Rodriguez famously he scored this film for $1, and in
Yeah.
return he asked, "You're gonna direct a sequence in Sin City for me for $1." That was the trade-off. Rodriguez maybe did 3 songs for this film. The rest of it was Ennio Morricone from fucking Sergio Leone films.
And what's so bad about that?
Dude?
It's
so
not
bad
original.
about that?
It's not original. He's not being original.
How is it not original if in his head
It's different. Look, in the
thought
Hate
of a
Boy,
scene and then he
Okay,
thought of
okay.
a song?
Hold on. Ennio Morricone scored The Hate Boy that was his last film before he died.
Okay.
He scored a Quentin Tarantino film. He was so against it. He didn't want to do it. You know what Ennio Morricone did? He gave him the unused scores from The Thing. That's what he did. He gave him the unused
Western.
scores from he kind of just it's like,
Stupidity.
I got these other beats, dude. I'm not gonna fucking score your shitty film, but here.
Okay, Castro, not a film-related question, but I want you to answer me this. If I was to give you an original piece by Pablo Picasso, right?
Okay.
How much would that be worth? Millions, probably, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I painted the exact same thing.
No, not the exact same thing.
No, the exact same. No,
you might have a little portion.
Let's
You might
take
have
it a
the
step
same
further.
hand.
Let's take it a step
Maybe
further.
the same hand.
Let's say if I said
Photography.
I'm gonna look at all the Pablo Picasso paintings, and every inch will have one piece of a different
It'd be
painting.
fucking awesome.
Would it be more valuable than the original Pablo
you
Picasso?
pay?
No, because it's not all about the original Picasso. He's using like a bunch of them just to do one picture.
Yeah. So would
Wait,
would
here's
my
a question.
my
Is he
hand?
claiming
not
it?
like he-
Wait, real question.
Picasso, and
I'm
then
more
just
valuable.
copied the hell out of it. No, he didn't do that.
Oh, this
No,
is just
but
volume
I'm-
one.
Just volume 1, dude. Dude,
Mind you, this is like the meme.
12-minute clip on just the first
Go
movie.
find volume 2. Just
But
scroll
that's what
down.
it's
I'm sure it's there
about.
somewhere.
No, I'm just
It
saying.
reminds me of the meme. Hey,
Wait.
can I copy your homework, but don't make it obvious?
Yeah.
I stop. Don't mind it.
Wait, okay, wait.
Don't mind
you're
it.
telling me-
Hold.
We're telling all these little boys and girls out there that you can't copy or you can't.
I'm gonna toss this out there. You remember? Hold on, no. You remember Sun City Lights, right?
Yeah.
All of Sun City Lights is stolen. All of it, dude. Fucking stolen. All of it. You remember we did walk and talks like Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
We did. I mean, all of it is stolen. However, I do encourage when you're starting out, do it.
Yeah,
what you
because
learn.
that's how you
Sometimes all
learn.
little
This
kids
is-
and
this
boys
is
out
his
there.
fourth
All
film,
you
bro.
little kids and boys out there.
This is fourth film.
That's why I brought up earlier the student film that copies things and that shows glimmers of hope. Like, oh, okay, they're practicing real techniques. But wait, let's pause everything. Meg, you said you had a question, right? And then also, Ricky,
away.
we need a rating.
Okay,
Sorry,
real quick.
Rick.
Does he claim it as his own work?
No,
Yes.
He thinks he's the most original storyteller in the fucking world.
No.
Then
No
nobody
stuff.
is there.
It's like
Then
the high
nobody
school
is
teacher's
there.
like,
You just admitted that nobody is
He's
there.
like that high school teacher's like, he's 20. Might as well just pass him at this point, bro. He's a grown ass
No,
adult.
look, listen.
No, but
I read the quote. He said, "I steal.
Yeah, I heard you.
Every great artist steals, but he deems himself the greatest filmmaker in the world."
And then he's claiming that actors are not good.
Let me give you a
No, no,
secret,
yeah, that's
Castro.
fucked up.
Let me
That
give you a
is
secret.
fucked up.
Let me give you a secret. The greatest directors in the world don't claim themselves as the
No,
greatest
I'm
directors
with
in
you,
the
I'm
world.
with this. Like
If
LeBron.
anything, they're the ones who say like the dude who came before me. I'm trying to reach that level.
Yeah, I'm with
You
you,
know
on
what I mean?
that. That's why Michael never said
The
Okay.
level of humble will show you how good your work is, bro.
Ricky, what's the correct answer?
What's
No,
the
hey,
rating?
Ricky, for real,
into
dog.
the
Ricky.
mic, into the mic.
You're about to start some chaos right
Let's
now.
forget about our romantic evening last
Careful.
night and just give your own. According to Castro, we're all fucking. So
Yeah, man.
The rating?
Let's all fuck together.
let's all fucks together.
I'm gonna be generous, and I'm gonna say 7-7.
What?
I think the same thing. I think this is a ball of awesomeness. That's exactly, but that's all it is. It's just a ball of cool, awesome explosion, blood. That's it.
And you
there's
don't-
really no substance to it. And I
What do you mean
love
there's no
this-
substance to it?
I was
Tarantino's
telling you
100 times
earlier,
the
yeah.
filmmaker that I am, but you know, there's nothing deep about this film. Anybody who thinks otherwise is different. Now you can argue more towards like Django and like
Yes.
Glorious. Those
Absolutely.
are-
He's
I
grown.
got something.
Oh,
wow,
he's
he's
grown.
gotten better.
Okay,
But
thank you,
Kill
Ricky.
Bill, he doesn't love me anymore, man.
I got
There's
something.
We were talking about
substance-
it
there's
earlier,
No
yeah.
substance to it. It's all surface. It's all.
It's all
pretty-
cool.
The pretty colors and pretty
Yeah.
hood and pretty.
That's
lens,
what I think.
But the
I
engine is just.
I think if he has an original film, genuinely, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's where Tarantino claimed his voice because he grew up
can
in
see that.
Hollywood.
Okay.
He knows what those streets look like. He knows what he's saying with trying to say with
Just
that.
for Ricky.
Well, we were talking about it
I don't wanna do this
earlier.
Can you
No,
rate?
no, no.
Can you
Ricky-
rate me the plot on this one? Can you what how
Oh.
the story?
I like the story a lot. I would give that a good
7.
good rating. If I was gonna rate
A
that,
good 5.
I mean,
What would you get? What would you give it?
if I was gonna rate just the plot,
Yeah.
The revenge.
let's give it somewhere in the 8s, 8.5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your standard. You hurt me, I'm gonna go hurt you. Isn't that really?
Let me
anything
ask
that
you
different?
something, Castro.
but what
but
about like the homage?
Hold on,
Damn, he's
no.
defending.
I
Do
have
you
a
know him
question. I have a
personally?
question.
Because you're defending him like nail and
question.
tooth
No,
or
I
no
think
match.
this one was a very unique film that I haven't seen that style in a while,
That's
and
'cause
even
you
from
haven't
somebody
watched
who's
the
on a
films
tour.
that it ripped off of. Go watch all the Japanese.
That's where it's kind of
samurai-
like pissing
Yeah.
me off.
Let me ask you something because you I mean both of you deem this like a 9+, right?
Yeah.
Fucking civilization dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we built the box for aliens. Okay, highly like fucking
God,
smart
even the-
aliens, you know, like highly intelligent beings.
These highly intelligent aliens. How many movies can I store with them?
Yeah, let's say just physicality. You have a box that fits 10 films that are gonna tell them what cinema was.
Obviously, they're all
for
gonna be
time.
M Night.
Yes.
But you would stick Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 in this box.
You would waste 2
That's
slots.
what I'm saying, dude. Come on.
No,
It's a fair question. You
it's
deem
our
this a
question.
9.
Arguably be one slot.
Oh yeah.
It's 2 slots.
Like
Linux says it was one
you
slot.
you have to leave a note for the alien saying, "Well, originally it was intended to be one film, so I included both, but we're still gonna include 9 more."
Fine, one slot.
No,
one
no, no,
slot.
no. Here's a
You
better
give
way-
up a
No,
slot.
no, here's the
here's a better way
thing.
to
You
refer-
open the DVD, put the same DVD on the same box, and then
it's
make it
it's
one.
the box set. Don't worry. Just
Here's a better way
one
to put
after
it.
the other, really.
50 years from now, I think this is still gonna be a relevant movie.
Oh God.
Am I
Damn.
crazy? Let me ask you something. Am I
Yeah, in
crazy?
film
Am I
class.
crazy to think
We're
that-
25 years in, and it's still fucking relevant.
just curious here. Am I crazy to think that Kill Bill, as it's aged, has become less relevant?
A little. Yeah.
I think it feels dated.
Nah.
This
can
was-
see that. I don't think.
I think it was cool in the
falls-
early 2000s.
I think it stays where it's at. It hasn't dropped that hard. And
I'll tell you
hasn't
this:
raised-
people are gonna remember this
relevant.
film more than they did. What's that Martin Scorsese one with the Indians?
That's messed up because they're
Killers of
called
the
Native
Flower Moon?
Americans.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that? Killers of the Flower Moon just got the Criterion treatment, and Kill Bill hasn't.
I'm just saying.
You
20
know,
years.
kids are gonna
we're
know
be
now.
talking
Oh
about
my
this one.
gosh, it's a Fortnite skin. You know, like,
Yeah, that's what's
they
gonna
will.
happen.
They will.
They're
It's
gonna
like
try to
Snoop
do
Dogg.
the Uma emote.
Quick rating, out loud.
7?
7? Like for the whole thing, right? Like a 7. Austin says 7. Was there any editing things that made note here that mattered?
I mean, how do you edit
It was
a
Sally,
quick,
right? Sally.
a fast pace?
This was the first
choreography?
Oscar DVD to arrive in the Academy mailboxes in 2004, and they received no Academy Award nominations.
Wait a minute, dude.
Crazy.
The first time that they
You
mail
see,
it
that's
out.
for copying everything
Nah,
and
we all know
everywhere.
the Academy Awards is all
Killers of the Flower
bullshit.
Moon won 0 Oscars, but it got nominated for 10.
Hey, actually, I'll say like a 6-7.
Nah, bro.
6-7?
Get out.
No.
6.7? All right. Yeah, homage is cool now.
Hamage.
Yeah.
Guys, now we've been doing this podcast for 130.
Oh wait, the man's
60.
come to speak.
I
Yeah.
have one thing to say.
Say
Hey.
with
I
your
hate
chest.
saying this, but the hottest take, Jackie Brown is better than Kill Bill.
Oh, interesting. Jackie Brown is a better, more original
not even
film.
Close.
It's blaxploitation too. He's ripping that off too. Let's just point that out.
Everybody's ripping everything
When I
off.
went to Tarantino, I got to go to Tarantino's theater. Okay,
Quentin and Tarantino.
his coffee shop is called Pam's Coffee. Pam Grier.
Yeah.
Okay, and 2 films to note there, right? Jackie Brown and Coffee, which is what he was inspired by to make Jackie Brown, was Coffee with Pam Grier. He just wanted to work with Pam Grier. I still think he wasted the De Niro performance, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, nobody remembers Jackie Brown. Okay.
I will say, all the Tarantino fans, all the cinephiles who like Tarantino, have listed Jackie Brown as like
No, yeah,
one of their favorite films.
Because
It's not a
they're
favorite of mine.
films that show his voice, and I feel like with films like this, I was amazed to see how much this felt like Death Proof, and Death Proof is
interesting.
paying homage to
Like a
B
high
films.
budgeted Death Proof.
Yeah, it felt like a high budgeted, long form Death Proof, but Death Proof was just meant to be like homage to the B movie.
Are you guys
like-
familiar with foreign films? By any chance? No.
I have a take. Is Kill Bill a party movie?
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
this
right?
is
I can
a
see that.
Kill Bill's a party movie.
this.
Kill Bill's the movie you throw on in the party in the
Nah,
background.
it's a Telemundo
Yeah.
Spanish dub movie.
Yeah.
Take a shot. Everybody, somebody
the-
loses an arm or
The
something.
fight
Okay.
scenes don't look real. They're not meant to.
Oh
look
my
real.
God.
It's like you throw
real
it on
quick.
in an art museum in the background on the screens while you're walking
100%.
around and having cocktails.
Damn.
Right?
Do we have like a
No, but
large
because dude,
ruler or
it's
something?
visually great
Like-
to look at.
I think we.
Wait, babe, if you can pass me my
Yes.
light case over there, just take out one light because I have a question on like choreography, and I am no master of sword fighting. In case nobody knew,
I think everybody knew that one. I think everybody had a grasp on that one.
gosh, I mean, like I give credit. I think for the second one, maybe they figured it out.
Yes,
but
yes,
but
yes.
for the first one, there was a moment where 2 people, trained swordsmen, come up to Uma Thurman, ready to kill her, and she busts out and then kills them both.
I think you just.
And the
Well, on the Crazy 88.
Well, you just said at the beginning, you're not a samurai sword
Oh,
master.
No, but Ricky, what were you
This is the
pointing out?
proper
What were you pointing out
technique.
about
This
physics?
is ridiculous.
Years of training, brother.
God.
Years of training.
Here.
What were you pointing out about physics, Ricky?
It all- it
Tell
all-
tell the
It was a
camera.
year.
It all starts with the wrist.
The scene where she fights
The one where
driver
she
Ellie.
couldn't.
Ellie.
Yeah, she's this trained assassin, one of the deadliest women on the planet Earth.
With a
but
dodgeball.
she cannot get her sword open because she opens it side to side and it hits the wall. She does this twice. Then she opens it up and down and she can't get the roof. Meanwhile, the trailer is longer than this office. Like,
Just do a little 90-degree turn, baby.
She got her eye taken out
By
again.
by the way, Ricky, and then in every other shot, when she's trying to be cool, they finally do open it correctly. But
She
they-
sheathes.
so
Doesn't she
easy.
sheathe his when she does the 5-point heart attack or whatever? She sheathes his sword. That's the coolest move in the world. He comes out with the sword and she sheathes
Oh, put it back in.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You have to note that
Gosh.
out of the 5 people she's trying to kill, she only kills what? 2 of them? 3 of them?
Like the rest of she kills Vivica Fox's character. She kills the
she kills
Count, the
3 out of
California.
the 4.
Count,
Kills 3
count him out.
Well, the only one that isn't is
3 out of 5. She doesn't kill Michael Madsen, and she doesn't kill the eye patch lady, driver.
What do you mean?
she does.
She rips the eye out. She's
Yeah. At least they're
yeah,
dying like
she
a
just
warm
walks out.
world.
That is
doesn't
true.
kill her.
Maybe
Oh,
that's
okay.
where 3 lies.
Maybe.
She can't see, so she gets Vivica Fox's daughter to say, "Hey, you want revenge? Let's team up."
But she's got a daughter, so maybe she can fight.
I just don't know why there were so many moments that I just was laughing at the film and like these action sequences.
You were, but they were laughable. They are meant to have some comedic thing to it, right? Like, I don't know, making fun of old kung fu flicks. Who
Don't you feel like if you talk to
at the same
Quentin,
time.
he would tell you like, no, this is really deep.
I agree. This is deep, man.
Worse
You
than
guys
that-
are idiots.
He should. Worse than that is going to be Tarantino fans. They're going to be like, "Oh man,
Nah,
represents
this is
the way
really
society."
deep.
The hard part about
it's
that
not.
is
It's
that
cool.
Japanese, or like not just Japanese cinema, but all the cinema he's paying homage to, they were taking themselves seriously. They weren't. I mean, some of them, for the most part, were, bless you. They were trying to do some serious shit. They were trying to talk about lore, or like I think a lot about Wu-Tang and the 36 Chambers, and those films were actually trying to spread a message of like two clans coming together. Like there is something to that.
I forgot what director it was, but the one where they were talking about blood and like what blood is in films, and it's this whole idea of like, oh, when people bleed in films, it's not blood, it's red, and like you're using blood as a way to represent something. So like when blood's splattered on a wall and all that kind of stuff, it's usually not, you know, just a person died, but sometimes it's more poetic, like the blood being shed in their home, like their life being given up in their home and all that kind of stuff. And even like one of the references, her pulling the eye out of somebody. I can imagine that in Japanese cinema for the film that it was referencing, I mean, there's something poetic about taking somebody else's sight. And like I can see in original films, that was probably the case. Here, it was just cool
Because
and
it's fun, Jan.
that's exactly.
where it
That's
ends.
Tarantino.
That's where it ends, though. Is
But
like
that's why we're
fun
all
and
watching this
cool.
film.
Are we? This is a film critique podcast. We're watching
Actually,
it for
Ricky and I were
fun.
talking
I
about it
think we
earlier.
A fun film reserves a 9.
Yeah.
me
I like it
just say
because it's fun. But me and Ricky were talking about it earlier. That's like it's an entertainment movie, not a meaning movie. Yeah.
Sure. Let me just toss this out there.
Yes.
Let me
Yes,
toss
it
this
is.
out there to piggyback off your point. This just because it reminded me. We're looking at the black and white section of the Crazy 88s. Okay.
Yeah.
Originally, when there was color in film. When Technicolor started becoming a thing, which was in the late 30s, Japanese cinema had censors. Okay. So
Oh, they still do.
having a
Hello.
having a kung fu film where there's blood, well, they had censors, so they had to make those sequences in black and white. When they would air them on TV, they would make them in black and white to please the censors.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tarantino said, oh, "I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put this on to pay homage to the censors of the cinema of that era."
Isn't that cool?
I think also
Isn't
he
that
had
cool?
to. Didn't they actually require him to pull back on the blood scene?
The
So
MPAA.
he did that as a double.
Yeah.
Kind of a double.
Yeah, it's homage to the censors,
Two
and I'm also gonna
stones.
get an X rating. Fuck it.
2 stones.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's an awesome
It
director.
was, but it wasn't an
Awesome
artistic
director.
choice.
Oh, he's awesome.
No,
He
but it
is.
became an artistic choice when they didn't give him any choice.
Am I the only crazy one to think I would have rather seen the sequence in color?
Yeah, I probably
yeah.
would have liked to see the whole film in color.
Nah, because it also gives it that homage of noir, Japanese.
But the thing is, there's intentionality with like I can see that if you're gonna have to go into black and white, I would have loved them to explore it better. But really, they just did this to be cool, and then later on bring it back into color, and that's
On the blink.
fine.
On the blink,
but,
on
but
the blink of
there's-
an eye.
There's not enough intention.
I'm gonna
I
toss
think
this out there. We saw the Chuck film, the Chuck Japanese cinema.
Born to Kill.
Born to Kill. Born to Kill was a better film, man. Was it not? No.
Yes, absolutely.
Dude.
no, come on,
I
bro.
would want to reference that one in my filmography. Like, I mean, like that.
And it wasn't meant to be. It was just a shitty B film, right? But it had like I think about the shots a lot. I
you
think
could put Japanese film.
Born to Kill.
See,
Is it
YouTube-
License to Kill?
Use it,
Or is it
YouTube
License
doesn't
to
even-
Kill?
Yeah,
I
license,
forget.
license.
Is it License,
Yes,
License to
Born
Kill?
to Kill is a Steven Seagal one, I think.
I love that.
Nobody likes that one.
No, it's not License to Kill. What the fuck was
Japanese
it
film,
called?
Born
Righteous,
to Kill.
Righteous Kill? Not Righteous Kill.
No.
Something.
I think it's Born to Kill, but Japanese.
If it's easier
Dude,
for anybody,
YouTube
just
doesn't
go
even
to
like
our
it, bro.
our podcast and look at past
Yeah.
episodes.
Dang it.
Man, I forget what it was called.
See,
Anyways,
it sucks that bad. It's just,
oh, but Kill Bill is a better title. Come on, Kill
there's
Bill.
a reason. There's a reason.
Branded to Kill. Branded to Kill.
Gosh, that one was amazing.
Well, you guys couldn't even remember the title.
That's a stupid title.
Oh my gosh.
We were aware when we covered the episode of Branded to Kill. Look, Criterion.
Yeah, the
baby.
Criterion treatment.
Okay.
That doesn't mean shit to me.
Oh, but son.
That don't mean shit.
That don't mean shit, Craig. No, when we watched this, we were all aware that the intention of making this film was like they shot it in fucking 14 days. It was meant to be pushed out. The studio was on the director's ass. They weren't giving him all the resources, and he made a more original film than Tarantino, who had what a $60 million budget for each Kill Bill, maybe.
Look, man, you eat your food how you eat your food.
You remember how he ate his food? He steamed the rice and then he fucked it or whatever.
No, he likes
American
the smell.
Pie.
It gets
He
him
likes
on.
the smell. It turns him on. Oh man, Tokyo Drifter.
I just feel like, again, we respect him now as
$30
a
million
director,
budget.
As for
seeing
one.
when he has an original thing to say. Like I think like Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction's
Absolutely.
very original. Looking at the dialogue in Pulp Fiction, you know,
And even though it's not, it's in the title. He's stealing the style from Pulp Fiction comic books. Okay, we're not going that far.
But again, like I think that one has more to say than like Kill Bill.
Yes,
and
I agree.
and I feel like in that one, even
You mentioned the first one. You mentioned Reservoir Dogs. To me, Reservoir Dogs has more
Yeah.
to say than Kill Bill.
I just think that, like, again, if you're going to explore Quentin as a director, I can see why a lot of people go to this one because there's just a lot going
just
on.
like, whoa.
It's really cool.
At first glance.
But this is almost like in the class of cinema.
You guys
this is
is class number one.
this is
Honestly,
the
guys,
extra
honestly,
credit.
You guys should stop watching so many movies, man. Just lay off on
that's
me.
Or I
man.
think you
Podcast.
should start watching more movies.
If we all lived in LA,
different.
if we all lived
This
in
is
LA,
the extra credit assignment, by the way, on week
is
one.
it? I was going to say week one. I was going to
No,
say it's
watch
week
it.
one.
Extra credit.
Yeah, extra credit.
Yeah.
I think week one.
This is like to get you into extra credit.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out. Now you
Listen.
just
Now you just
me
Hey,
one
hey,
down,
I've
bro.
got an
listen,
extra credit
listen.
week one, eh?
When we all lived in LA and we were like looking for something fun to do, and in Tarantino's theater at the Vista Theater, they were screening the whole bloody affair, and they did on 35 millimeter.
Okay.
All right, fuck yeah, that's a fun thing to do to watch it on the big screen.
Let's go get
in
high and watch
Tarantino's
Kill
theater.
Bill.
Let's get high and watch Kill Bill. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun evening. Will I go to the Academy Museum and expect to watch Kill Bill, a retrospective on Kill Bill?
No, because there's just
and-
a bunch of assholes at the Academy, bro. Just a bunch of, we all know that.
Yeah.
It's a dope movie. It's a dope
it's
film.
dope.
It's super cool.
The dope.
Nah,
It's
bro.
super cool. Like in the part where she's like, "Oh, Bill." I was like, I didn't feel nothing. I was like, okay, kill him. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
man,
mátalo. Like, you
All
get
right,
me?
Castro.
Here's the question of the day:
Yeah, go ahead.
Irishman or Kill Bill?
Irishman. It's got a lot more to say.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the Irishman?
I haven't finished it.
That's what I'm saying. See?
I only did volume
that's what
one
I'm
of The
saying.
Irishman.
He had to leave. We were watching it at my house and he had to leave.
Nah, if it's a good film, you stay.
Yes, but we're not gonna comment if we haven't seen a film.
Okay.
It's not a cooler film.
Okay.
It's a much more boring film.
I haven't seen it.
Toss that out there for sure.
I haven't seen it.
I'm just playing. What's up?
On the actor front, because I think that's a redeeming factor because
Absolutely.
a lot
David
of
Carradine.
performances, very physical. I will say this: Uma Thurman carrying a lot of the emotionality in these scenes, especially when it just focuses on her going through the struggles. I think that's really impressive.
I mean, this is her. What do they call it? The tumba, the
Black Mamba.
tombstone. This is her tombstone film. This she will be forever immortalized because of this film.
Yeah, that was my next question. Why didn't she just like take off?
She had a kid.
She had to take.
She had Maya Hawke. You could blame the Hawker for that one.
That is true. With
Yeah,
Hawk
and she's in
with
Stranger
Ethan
Things.
Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
She's a
Maya Hawke ended up being a good director, a good actress. She's doing her thing. But I think now that Maya's grown, now she's coming back into her own. I think that's what Uma's going to start doing.
But
What's the question?
I was gonna say, is
What's the
there any
question?
standouts for you? Any actors that you were impressed by? I mean, it's a crazy ensemble. Like, they have so many different people, but that's pretty typical of like Quentin films. Is that you have these like large cast.
And he gets in this case, he got actors from the films he loved.
Right.
He got actors from the Japanese cinema that he loved, these kung fu movies that he loved, to play these roles.
Do you like that guy? What's his name with the hat? Madsen?
Michael
Michael
Madsen.
Madsen.
I liked him in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, he's hit or miss. I don't know. There's something about him where I don't know if he gave his full performance or not.
I think he's playing Michael Madsen.
Yeah, right. Like I just
And if it makes you feel any better when it comes to that remark, Quentin was always pissed off that Michael would arrive with his cowboy hat.
Yeah, I remember
So
I've
he
seen that.
fucking wrote it in the script to piss him off. That moment was just created to piss off Michael Madsen that
No
he has
way.
to take off his fucking
Yeah, I
cowboy
saw
hat.
that.
He didn't
in the
like
film.
him wearing the hat.
Yeah, because
Why?
he would arrive to set wearing the fucking hat.
What's wrong with it?
everywhere. Well, I don't know. Quentin didn't like it.
Because you can't see your feet. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like showing up to church and it's like, hey, take it off.
Michael Madsen,
I'm
I
gonna
think, is
take
playing
it off.
Michael Madsen. I do agree with that.
Yeah, he just kind of didn't.
But I will say there's a handful of actors, I could probably count them on one hand, that can deliver Quentin's dialogue to be interesting. I think David Carradine is one of them. I think Harvey Keitel is another one. I think the guy from Schultz, Django,
Walsh.
Christoph Waltz is one of them.
Absolutely.
Like, I think there's a handful. There's a handful of guys who can deliver Quentin dialogue.
Like, that one was great.
Exactly.
That one was great.
And I think Michael Madsen is one of them.
Yeah.
That he can only deliver dialogue that Quentin writes the way I guess it should be.
But no, standout. I mean, obviously Uma's the best in this
Yeah.
one. David Carradine, I don't know. I never watched him. I saw the Kung Fu thing that he did in the TV series. I feel like there was a couple of lines that he said that I feel like
We're cool.
No, that I felt like an older
Forced.
Brad Pitt would have been able to say.
Oh, interesting.
For
Like
some
now.
reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, dude,
Brad kinda-
they were out to so many fucking actors before they casted David
Like
Carradine.
that one, especially
You
that
know
scene.
who recommended David Carradine? The guy who Quentin really wanted.
What do you
The
want?
guy who flubbed the La La Land. God, how am I forgetting
So I
his name?
think
Warren
this-
Beatty. Warren Beatty was supposed to play Bill.
Who's Warren Beatty?
Warren Beatty, man. Google
one-
Warren Beatty.
Who
They
is
know
Warren Beatty?
Yeah, who the hell is that?
I'm sorry, I'm not good with film.
He's a Sundance Kid.
Yeah, no.
No, not Sundance Kid. God, the
Oh.
robbing couple.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh,
Bonnie and Clyde.
A ver.
Warren
was
Beatty,
in-
Warren
man.
Beatty, man.
He was in Heaven Can
Yes.
Dick Tracy,
Heaven Can
bro.
Wait. Dick Tracy.
No, I think David Carradine
he
was
plays
the best.
Bugsy Malone.
Also
Well,
'cause of
anyways,
his- also
he
'cause of
turned
his-
down the role and he said, "Hey, you should get David Carradine."
Because of his background too, the whole kung fu and the whole
yeah.
thing.
This is Warren Beatty, man. He's the one that flipped the La La Land thing in the Oscars.
I don't really remember him.
No, he's kind of a legend.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Well,
Who do
my
you think
bad.
stood out besides Uma?
I think just because of the dialogue and like the way it was delivered, being this almost ethereal performance. The guy who played Bill, with
David Carradine.
David Carradine. No, you said that was the last guy. No, who was originally going to play him?
Warren
Beatty.
Beatty was gonna play
They
him, but
all
the one
sound
who
the
played him was
same.
David
Ah, they all look
Carradine.
alike.
I
You
know.
wanna
I'm
do
terrible.
the podcast over again?
I'm terrible when it comes to actors. I'm sorry.
I thought you were talking about the guy with the long white hair.
No, but David Carradine, like I was really impressed by his character.
I agree.
I just feel like for being somebody who sits back in the chair and lets people do things for him,
Yeah.
and he's kind of the they call him the Cobra Tamer or something like that. Like that's
The
his
snake charmer.
the
Snake
snake charmer. I think that was such an interesting character.
I want to point out.
I think he was a fucked up character.
I don't think.
And
I
then
don't
the
think
fact that like he switches, and this will be the thing I say real quick before you go. But the fact that he switches from being this like he could kill and it won't mean a thing, and he just sends people out to do his bidding, and everybody has to respect him because they know that at the end of the day he's kind of like the master.
But to being
but
dad.
then he's a dad, and he's like, oh, mommy didn't want to do that right now. It's like, oh my god,
the end, yeah.
it
he
was-
shouldn't have. He shouldn't have like.
Yeah, that
David
was weird.
Carradine shouldn't work for Bill. I remember when I first watched him, I was like, "That's fucking Bill, this puny motherfucker."
Definitely.
And then as he's grown on me, like, no, this dude killed. But come on, we got to give an honorable mention to Michael Parks, man.
Oh, man.
Michael
So
Parks
good.
played 2 fucking roles in the Kill Bills, and he plays a Mexican in the last one. He's by and large not a Mexican man, but Michael
it wasn't
Parks.
offensive or anything.
No. In fact, the story goes that was a Montalban. Ricardo Montalban was supposed to play the role that he plays, and he missed the script reading, and Michael Parks had to read the lines because he was there already, and he read the lines, and Quentin's like, "Hey, that's pretty good, man. Can
Yeah.
we just use you?"
He killed it.
And he screwed himself out of a role.
that's crazy.
Yeah. I like Michael Parks. Michael Parks is a good character. He's probably one of the best character actors to ever exist in cinema. Michael Parks.
He nailed it on this one.
He's in From Dusk Till Dawn too. He plays the cop, I think, in there. And he's a damn good character actor for sure.
I know this is a weird question to say, but like, what do you think is going to be? What's going to put Quentin on the pantheon for his final film? Is it the fact that it's this completely original idea? Does he go back to the Kill Bill days where he just creates
Pulp
that
Fiction.
homage style. Like, what does he need to do?
Pulp Fiction is going to cement his thing, but there's a lot of pressure writing for the 10th film.
But that's
Yeah, I don't
because
know
he
why.
put it on himself.
Yeah, why?
Well, because he's an idiot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he claims that old directors are shitty, and that's not fair. Like,
Yeah, he basically said
You
like,
put at that expectation, meet the expexptation, bro.
yeah,
No,
man,
and
it's
that's-
not fair. He's
and
also
I don't know if you knew this, babe, but he was gonna do one about called The Film Critic, and it was this whole like the plot was already teased and everything, and he was gonna do The Film Critic. He announced it that was gonna be his last film, and then he just kind of like bailed and said, "No, I'm not gonna do that one."
He pulled the funny, like they were about to roll cameras, and he
Yeah.
was like,
No
"Nah,
way.
never mind."
That's
But it's because he's so like worried about like it needs to be perfect because it's the last film he can ever make. So yeah, I don't know.
I've been saying this that like ever since the Paul Dano thing came out, that like he's talking all this shit about directors getting older and making shitty films, but he's slowly becoming the old man who just talks shit.
Yeah.
He's doing it to himself. He's becoming the thing he hates.
And he's also becoming the guy where he wants to sound like the smartest guy in the room and has
He's
to
always
be
been like that, though.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I honestly wish that there was a more humbling factor to him, so we
what's-
could explore more films from him.
What's the theme? Is it revenge for this film, or is it?
It's the power of
100%
revenge.
Absolutely, it's definitely a revenge film, just like the Man with No Name trilogy, right?
Yeah.
Revenge, slow burn Western revenge, but this one's a lot more stylized. I think my favorite still is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. At least then, Tarantino's like he had to dig into himself to make something of his voice and his voice alone. And I think that the last time I felt that way was like with Django. I can watch Django. Django's a remote dropper for me.
Same.
Mostly because of Christoph Waltz and Leo. But that film's a remote dropper. It creates a Western world. The Hateful Eight does that. Like I think everything from Inglourious Bastards and on is Quentin. And by the way, like go look, Inglourious Bastards 1968 remake. Everything from Inglourious Bastards and on is Quentin having his own voice, doing some more mature shit.
So here's a little bit of I guess a little bit of a stretch of a question.
That is a stretch.
That is a big stretch.
That breath is a stretch for sure.
Come back to me.
No, but again, I remember in cinephile world and in Quentin fans, Inglourious Bastards was to them the film that like, oh no, that's a fucking badass film. That's the one. And I remember thinking like the opening sequence was genius. The opening sequence of that of him
I just remember my question.
visiting the fucking family and then them being under their floorboards and them running. I mean, it's great. After that, I was kind of like, where's the draw? I mean, Brad was fun. That was fun. The Bear Jew, all that. That was fun. But I remember thinking, like, come on, dude, this isn't the one. This isn't the one.
Come on, killing Hitler? Come on.
Bro.
And then the way he found out how to kill Hitler
In a cinema.
in a cinema? Come on, dude.
It's fun.
What's your question?
It's fun.
What's your question?
Super fun. Just like the Manson thing.
My question is kind of weird. Like, has there ever been a film that has paid homage or homage
Yes.
to this
Tarantino?
extent, foreign and Japanese films, comic books?
Yeah,
Anime.
sure.
Very specific question.
Kung Pao.
Well, yeah. No, but to this
no,
degree,
yeah,
of
I
like,
think so.
like this type, because that's
Or
what I
maybe
loved about
maybe
it.
the best question is: has there been an American film that's paid this much homage to Japanese
Okay,
cinema?
yeah, that's fair.
I don't know.
Because I think that's what
Good question.
he accomplished in this one. I think he kind of like gave us a understanding of how foreign cinema was.
Kung Pao.
I've only seen clips.
What's
I
the
need
other
to
one I
watch-
was trying to remember?
I do think that there's a lot of films
With,
that
It
will.
was Kung Fu Fighting. Oh, there you go. Rush Hour.
Oh, Kung Fu Panda.
Rush Hour.
Rush
Get the
Hours.
fuck-
The Rush Hours are paying homage to fucking Japan.
But like
Hong
to
Kong
this
cinema. Hong Kong
degree,
cinema.
to this degree of like
No.
fighting.
No, but I will say this. Like,
Look, he's the beardy guy. There he is.
if you if you look at
Kareem.
you, me,
There's
me.
Kareem.
Who's me? You.
if you look at like Quentin's style for Kill Bill alone, because yes, he has a more
Yeah.
extensive filmography, and I feel like we really haven't explored again Inglourious Bastards and on as much. But like at least for this film, because it's so popular,
For a reason.
nobody I think can make a collage or a tapestry as elaborate
That's
and
Quentin.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
and skilled as Quentin.
take it.
And you know, like if let's say I was to just get all my favorite moments from like cinema and like put them together, I don't feel like it would look as cool and as polished. And I think it's because one thing we always talk about is that what is it? Good cinema begets good cinema. Like the more movies you watch, the more you have to pull from to make your films. And he proved that, you know, Quentin's knowledge of films is super extensive and super elaborate.
He was writing scenes on set. Like he was on set because he had just seen a film last night. On set writing, like, I got Sadie from last night, and then he writes the scene and then they shoot it. I mean, like, dude,
I love
you know
that.
what's crazy about this? This is the last thing I'll say before we wrap. It took 8 weeks to shoot the Crazy 88 sequence, the finale of Volume 1.
Yeah.
8 weeks. 8 weeks to shoot that one sequence.
No.
That's the amount of time it took to shoot Pulp Fiction, the whole movie. Okay? But it took 8 weeks to shoot this elaborate killing spree
Worth
of
it.
a scene.
Well worth it.
So, you know, interesting enough. Kill Bill, ladies and gentlemen.
Go
let
watch
us
it.
Know. Let us know your thoughts. Yeah, let us know. I'm sure you've watched it. You know, go screen it if you haven't
think-
screened it. If you have screened it, let us know what you think about Kill Bill.
You
Volume
think you
1
know
and
who you're
2.
hanging out with, but you really don't. You really
Until you
don't.
have them rate Kill Bill.
Go screen it. Let us know what you think. Again, we'll keep talking about Quentin cinema. There's so much cinema we haven't covered of
Yeah.
his, like Inglourious
Quentin.
Basterds.
Apparently not. It's
Once
all
Upon a
been
Time in Hollywood.
Copied and watched.
Yeah, it has, but you know, we'll still watch it for fun. Let us know what you think. Let us know if
fun,
we're wrong.
man.
Let us know what's unique about Kill Bill and everything.
The
else.
Quentin.
And how wrong these
Quentin
guys
and
are.
Tarantino by Rid and Derek Tino. Next week, ladies and gentlemen,
Nice.
The laugh.
we'll talk about Up in the Air, I believe.
Up in the
Up in the air. We'll talk about it next week.
air up there.
Again, look forward to all the films we're going to be covering.
Yeah, thank
all
you for
requests.
our-
Thank you for sending in requests. Keep
Yeah.
sending them in.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
We're going to be having more requests. Meg, thank you so much for
Thank you,
picking Kill Bill.
Meg.
Great job.
If it
we'll
wasn't
keep
for you, we
talking
wouldn't
about-
review the film this guy hates.
Hey. First one, good. Second one, I'm like, damn, I need to watch it again because I was like,
Yeah, the second one was kind of a stretch.
Bro, that was the better one.
this was wicked but bloody.
Yeah. Let us know what you think, guys. We'll be covering more films, more request films this month. And then next month, we get into Oscar territory. There's so much to talk about. We didn't get to talk about the films we watched.
Hey,
in the
I was
last
gonna
week.
say, Castro, what'd you watch this week?
Oh, okay.
Let's close that.
You want to?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go
Yeah,
see
let's
real quick.
close it
Yeah.
out. Close it
Me, I just watched the end of Pluribus. Still don't know what's going
The
on.
show.
The Plumbus.
Pluribus, but
It's a Plumbus.
From Rick and Morty.
It's an interesting show. And I also watched the Jake and Joshua fight.
Oh man.
It's not a movie,
Did you
but I
hear
was
he got in
replaying
a car crash? Supposedly. He's fine.
These two
Jake-
best
But
friends.
Jake, dude, he got whooped, bro.
He got his ass kicked.
Did you see that
It was
Chappelle
so
dropped the
sad.
special immediately after the fight?
Really?
Yeah, I started
it good?
watching it, bro.
Yeah? Not too good?
Too preachy.
Okay. Well,
Well,
that's a style
Chappelle's
now.
like that, yeah.
Well, way too preachy.
Way too
Yeah,
preachy.
Chappelle,
Fair.
you could kind of understand it, but no. this one's way
I
too
also
much.
watched the fight too, and God, like I know nothing about that world, but I really liked the fights before it, and you could tell,
There's a
know,
couple good ones.
you could tell what real boxing and all that looks like, and you could tell Jake being scared, and they're like, just keep running, maybe you'll get tired.
And he got tired.
Yeah, I know
and he
that.
got
got
tired.
tired
It was
running.
so
Got
crazy
tired
to
and
see
a
where
whole
it's
new
like,
jaw.
yeah, you got to just keep spinning around him. Come on.
It would work if you could do that for 8 rounds,
Oh,
but
God.
he tired himself out.
Really quickly, what'd you watch?
I watched. We watched Avatar 3.
Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash.
I think Cameron really does
Incredible.
know. Well, I'll say this respectfully. We've heard the reviews from other filmmakers, and I can say that I see where a lot of people are not interested in the Avatar world
We
and
even
the series.
pointed out, like, hey, man, that feels very similar to the
Yeah,
last
and a
moment
lot of
shit like
people
that.
who are not fans, like I understand it's that it's more of a world that you're just not really invested in, and
Yeah.
and some people even say I didn't even watch the second one because I didn't feel a need to. With me, I'm glad that I watched the series up to right now, and I feel like I'm excited to see what James Cameron wants to keep doing with it because you could tell that he has a plan. It's not one of those films that
Oh, that's interesting.
it's a sequel because it's a franchise and we're just trying to money just get money out of it.
No,
it's
it
like
expanded
no,
the world.
he built a
yeah.
world. I was at Barnes and Noble's the other day and looking in like the film book section. and there's an Avatar book that's
The world of Avatar or whatever.
yeah, the world of Avatar, stamp of approval from James Cameron. But you see his notes, and every plant and every like animal that walks in Avatar has a name, a backstory, what the
Holy
species actually
shit.
does.
It's pretty extensive.
So, and I've heard even the whole talk with Guillermo that he's the only one who's really seen everything.
Read the scripts. And
Yeah,
everything.
and he says, "Oh no, the world's not ready because Cameron has developed Avatar to
Yep.
like a full world and universe."
It's because of Cameron that like his dad was rescued. Guillermo del Toro's dad was kidnapped, and James Cameron like got a negotiator for the ransom
really?
and shit.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
there was
was
a
a
whole
huge
thing. It was
story,
pretty
yeah.
crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Avatar 3, that whole franchise.
That makes me want to play the game. Have you seen the
That's what
talking
Meg was
about
Yes,
telling me.
right now it's on discount if you guys want to buy it.
Is it an open world or is it?
It's open world. And here's the
With all
thing.
the
You
shit that
can
you're saying
design your
that every little
avatar.
thing- Dude,
You
it's
can design
insane.
your avatar and you're like, oh, you want to be part of the forest. You want to be part of the water.
Not to mention
Can you make
the
them
fact-
connect with each other?
I don't know.
in VR. Not to mention like just how expansive the world is and how he technically made it and how much he's advanced the technology for cinema.
Oh, yeah.
That will be like he will be
Forever,
praised for that
yeah.
forever. Like that will be an advancement that people can now shoot motion capture underwater. I mean like
Yes.
everything.
And also get like
Performance
insane
capture.
performance capture. Yeah, like super fine details and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, any micro expression. The fact that like all the avatars or all the people of it's what's the world called?
Pandora.
Pandora.
I was about to say Panera. All the bread people of
have
I
Panera.
would have not. That would have been like, okay, yeah,
Their
yeah.
water's
Look, man, you want some
Like,
chicken
yep,
noodle
yep,
soup,
yep.
you get it on your own time. But right now, we're talking about Avatar.
Yeah, no,
We're in
but the
Panera
fact that like
Planet right now.
they're able to get these super detailed like expressions
Sandwiches.
and
Oh.
performances, and the bread is so crisp. No, they're able to get these super detailed performances and yet put them into these animated characters that they have different facial features and everything. Super impressive. I mean,
love that. I love
so
that.
much credit to the team. I watched that, and I also watched Marty Supreme. That one's fantastic.
Yeah, don't say too much because
excellent,
yes, I want to see.
I
all.
will say this. It wasn't until Carlos pointed it out. I guess I haven't watched a lot of Safdie. So I was like, oh, it's really interesting. It's probably one of the best. He's like, what else have you seen? I'm like, that one. And then he's like, oh, okay, well, go watch more. And I'm like, okay, I gotta watch more. But like unfiltered from everything else, I just thought it was a great film.
It was.
Interesting ride. The blend of ping pong and a really stressful Safdie film
Yeah.
was interesting. But
Based
yeah,
on a real
very, very
dude
good.
also.
Yeah.
But what do you mean? Like the tension builds up pretty good?
Yeah, no, it builds
it's
up really
incredible.
good.
It's
But
investing
from
those
what I've
dudes.
heard,
Fuck
because I still need to watch Uncut Gems, it's if you
It
enjoy the way that builds up tension.
Or Good Time. Good Time does a pretty interesting job of doing that too.
Oh, dude, I'm definitely interested.
Yeah,
now.
no, I would say
Marty Supreme.
Sandra, we were at the movie theater watching Marty Supreme, and she was like, multiple times, probably 3 times in the whole film, where she was like,
Where's the ping pong?
no, like I need to walk out. Like this is too much. Like
It
it's
was
just too
very-
intense. Like I feel like what's gonna happen? Like it really got to her. Like
love that.
and Uncut Gems had that effect on her too. So
Yeah, same.
pretty insane. So yeah, I agree. Marty Supreme definitely worth the watch. I watched 2 really quickly. Red Rocket, which was
Santa?
Sean Baker's
yeah.
film basically before Honora. He did about a former porn star essentially, played by Rex. God,
Orange
what's his name?
County.
The guy from Scary Movie 3. Rex. But pretty damn good film. It's
He's a comedian,
really
actually.
weird, pretty interesting ending, but it's Sean Baker being Sean Baker. It's pretty great. Go check that out. Austin and I were talking about a film. He had recommended it a long time ago. He mentioned that he had watched it with his dad. I too watched it with my dad. He was in town, and we screened Civil War. Alex Garland's Civil War.
Oh.
Pretty damn impressive, man.
Really?
I
They
was
said
actually
Captain America
like
Civil
pretty.
War, and I was like, oh.
I was like, damn, not bad. Like I was
The
hooked.
world or the plot?
Both. And I'm not a
Oh,
plot
it was-
guy. I'm
it
not a
was-
plot guy, but the fact that like I guess because it didn't feel
It
so
was
super.
the journalism one.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
super.
get
Like I
what
love that
Kristen
perspective.
Durst and,
I love that perspective from the journalists who are just trying to get the best story.
But you got the young one that's trying to make,
Yeah,
and then the old one that's like,
dude,
no,
it's
don't go.
great. It's great, and
I've seen it.
the dystopian thing, right? They weren't heavy handed on like the world is in shambles. They were just, it was kind of felt real. It felt
Yeah,
real. That
they're just
world
trying to
felt
get the-
real. That world felt like a possibility. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty damn good. So Alex Garland's doing some interesting shit. I'll say that much. And Kirsten Dunst, come on, that's the best performance of her fucking career. Easily the best performance of her fucking career.
What does she really do, man? She's just kind of like sad and
Dude,
Just
no,
kinda
she was
depressed.
traumatized with the life she's lived as a war photographer, and the fact that she's trying to keep this kid, and the kid
trying not to.
the kid becomes the better. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's good. It's good. I highly recommend Civil War.
Have
Go
you
check
seen
it out.
Civil War?
No, I gotta watch it.
It's on Netflix, I think. or
Really?
HBO
They
Max
added
or
it to
something.
Max?
HBO Max, maybe. But it's
I
on
really
there.
wanted to watch it when I saw it came out. I've read a lot about war.
It's on
photographers.
HBO Max because I was gonna scream one battle after another for my dad, and then he was like 3.5 hours. I was like, fine, we'll watch
Of
something else. So
Leo and El Paso.
We watched Civil War. And stuff.
You know what's more my style? Warfare.
I haven't seen it yet, and we're in
That's-
between those two.
Yeah. But yeah, cinematically, it's a little bit more a Civil War.
I gotta
The
see it.
other one's a little bit more.
Jesse Plemons' character's fucking crazy fun, dude. Like it's short.
Oh, dude, with the glasses, the big glasses.
Dude, pretty nuts.
Rick, Meg.
You guys watch anything worthwhile?
I saw Tom Segura's new special.
How was it?
Teacher is a lot better than I thought.
Better than his last special, because last special was pretty bad.
I think
Pretty
it's
ass.
better. I think it's better than
This
his
was better.
last one.
Because
Yeah.
I like his first two, but the last one was
Last
cool.
one was with Sledgehammer, right?
Yeah.
I
Sledgehammer.
didn't- I thought that was the weakest of his.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be weaker, but no, man.
Interesting.
I like that. It was pretty good.
I'll have to check it out. I like Segura.
Yeah, man.
Meg,
Meg?
I saw Avatar twice, the third one.
Good.
twice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that's my dad's favorite. And I was like, okay, I need to watch it again because I need to pick up some stuff.
Did you
But,
watch it in English and Spanish?
No, I watched it in English.
Oh, both times?
Yeah, because sometimes in Spanish, just like, it hits. I don't know. It's just because I have the both languages.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah. It's because I'm like, if you don't like Avatar, you're part of the problem. You're the human. You're the human. And the Navi are trying to
I'm part of
protect
the
their.
problem.
You don't like Avatar?
I saw the first one. I
You
was
didn't like it?
It's so good. Why?
Oh, man.
I
You're
must
trying to
say,
destroy Panera.
I need to rewatch it. I need to
you're
rewatch it.
destroying Panera.
I need to
We
rewatch
need
it.
Panera
It's
bread,
okay.
bro.
I have a cousin who got hit in the head once, too.
No. You know what happened?
He runs in circles most of the time. but it's
I
good.
will say this.
He can't curl his R's anymore when he writes.
Oh,
but he's
man.
all right.
No,
Don't say that.
Make you a mean cheese sandwich.
I'll say this for Cameron. I will say that kind of one of the weaker sides of like the first Avatar, and then they do it again in the second one, is like, you see what this is? Unobtainium. It's impossible to obtain. And it's like,
dude, but
please.
it gets better, Rick. It
No,
gets-
but then the second
not,
one.
It's not even like, I don't think the first one's bad,
But
but
the second one we
but
found.
you know, somebody made a thing in TikTok where they're like, are you guys not paying attention? They become less blue. And that's like visually, they just get better looking, but because like the blue's not as saturated.
Yeah, I think I
anymore.
sent you that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
you said
and
so.
also people weren't picking up. They're like, "Why is it in English? Why aren't you speaking Navi?" And I was like, "For us to understand what they're saying."
They do
There's-
speak Navi though.
They
Yeah,
do.
but,
But in
like-
the second movie, Jake is like, "Okay, so
He can go to any part of Pangea and
This don't know about
hold
Pangea.
on. So in the second one, he's like, I need to get it through my thick head that I need to learn the Navi language, and it's basically English. That's why the whole movies they're all in English, but they're basically speaking Navi. They're just in their
These are
native
the
language,
options.
but you're
Yeah.
understanding
Remember,
what they're
Meg, he
saying.
hit his head. He's
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
understand.
You have to watch it. It's so
no, but
good.
I will say that in the
Tom Segura,
like-
right? So,
no,
Please, if you're watching all the avatars, watch all of them before
But
the third
then
one.
when the
please.
second one opens up, like we go from unobtainium to like live foreverium. You know, like there's another
Abuelita
like.
cream
No,
stuff.
it's not that exaggerated,
It
but
is.
yes.
No, but I was at Alamo and they had the pre-show, and then it was kind of like, oh, so you didn't watch either movie? Time to catch you up. And then like they were making fun of that. They're like, well, remember unobtainium? Now we have live foreverium that can only be collected from smart whales. And it was like, ah, damn it. And then they're like, but I swear it's cool.
I'm
as a-
sure we'll talk about it, whether James Cameron likes it or not. It's going to be Oscar nominated, so I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll talk about it more extensively. But thank you for tuning into the WatchTower Film Podcast. Tune in next week. We'll talk more cinema. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Night, everybody.
Love you guys.
Quick, give your impression of Kung Fu.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, interesting. What?